chapter 2, verse 25, Bible says, no one needed to tell him about human nature, for he knew what was in each person's heart. Amen. Jesus knew Judas Iscariot was his enemy. He knew Judas was dishonest and a thief. As a matter of fact, in John chapter 6, verse 70, Bible says Jesus referred to Judas as the devil himself. He knew in advance that Judas would betray him, yet he chose Judas to be part of his 12 disciples. Not only did Jesus choose Judas to be part of his 12 disciples, he gave Judas a position as the treasurer in his group. You see, the enemy might not realize this yet. But when God stated in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, that the plans he has for you and me is for good and not for disaster, our enemies were factored into those plans. Our enemies have to be part of it for us to be successful. That is just how God has arranged it. That is how God has designed it. Judas thought he was fooling Jesus by posing as one of his disciples. I mean, he accepted the position knowing very well what he planned on doing. What Judas didn't know was that God was using him the entire time to send Jesus to the cross to achieve his great mission. Beloved, allow your enemies to think they are following you as they pretend to have your best interest at heart. Allow them to think they are fooling you. Play along. Let them know that two can play that game. That's right. Make sure, though, that you are remaining faithful to God and you are being prayerful. Very important. And at the right time, those enemies will realize that God has used them to elevate you to the place he wants you to be. Judas' betrayal did not stop God's plans of salvation. No. Your enemy's betrayal will never stop God's plan for you. You have to just remain vigilant in prayers and in your service to God, and all will be well. Beloved, my name is Reverend Mrs. Naomi Antwi. I thank you for watching. God bless you. I love you. Goodbye.